Good morning. This is Susan of the North with the rune for the morning. It's OTHILA reversed. OTHILA is the rune that stands for real estate, hereditary property, which also includes the theme of the ancestors, the DNA, your genetic code, your immediate family, your parents, whatever might be within that arena. Because it's reversed, there is a difficulty going on somewhere that needs to be taken care of. It could be with I'm just putting a spiel of possibilities out there. It could be with the real estate itself. It could be a real estate transaction that's taking place. It could be some problem with the deed or title. It could be problems with the home that you live in. Is the foundation secure? Is your water pipes okay? All of these things occur to me just from my own experience in life. This also deals with the ancestors and the DNA and the DNA, the genetic code that comes down to us, the things that are that propensate in our own body and how we adapt to life itself, emotionally as well as physically. Um, so you might need to take a look at that if you're undergoing some kind of genetic based. Sometimes these terms, I see much more into them. I want to say dis-ease, not disease like illness, ailment. I mean, there's that too, but when I use the term dis-ease, D-I-S dash ease, it more implies a imbalance or a discomfort in the body. So look at, um, in these terms, look at what you can do if you're confronting an illness, for example, to bring back a sense of balance to yourself. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by doctors and nurses and all of those things, um, and the whole medical profession, but find what you can do to bring some balance back to yourself and get a good perspective on what you can do to rise up from the situation. In other in other ways of considering this question, there is looking at unfinished business of the ancestors. Sometimes if we are willing to dialogue with them and work through us for their healing, we can rectify situations that have come down to us in the family line. um, I can talk a lot, I guess. I know I have friends who are alcoholics, but they have been on the road to recovery for many years. And they say that these are patterns that have come to them in their family, which they are healing themselves by their own sobriety. So my hat's off to them. That's amazing work. But it's just an example I'm pulling together for what I'm saying today. So there might be problems with real estate. There might be problems with titles and liens. There might be problems going on within the house. Consider the foundation, consider the plumbing, look at structural issues. Look at the roof. I had to replace a roof last year. There might be problems with the ancestral, the genetic coding DNA that makes our bodies susceptible to certain things. And if you happen to be undergoing um, routine medical care, I think it's very important for you to find what helps you to rise above the situation in which you find yourself because it can be downright overwhelming. And lastly, to summarize the role that we play when we take up the role of interacting with our ancestors to work on their unfinished business. It's ours too. So, whatever that is for you, I advocate keeping a journal, write things down, see how things work out. And if this reading has been beneficial to you today, please leave a notice in the comments. Thank you. This is Susan of the North with OTHILA, the Rune of the Day.